American dream. He's just a common man, working hard with his hands. He's just a common man, working hard for the man. Hey, he's American dream. Hey, he's
Good evening, folks. Welcome to Destroying Kayfabe. I am your host, CM Styles. Along with me today are both members of Team Showclaw, the Lion Claw himself, Daniel V, and the show-off, Austin H. How are you two doing?
Man,
Doing good.
doing good. Under the circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah, tonight, usually we have Raw review or pay-per-view review or any type of review. Last time we did this kind of tribute, which it's going to be tonight, was when we lost a great man known as the Warrior. Now this time, over the last 24 hours, we all found out that Virgil Runnels, a.k.a. Dusty Rhodes, has passed away. A longtime legend, his early days being the one of the greatest villains in the sport, being one of the greatest faces in the world. Very charismatic, very passionate, very everything that you need to know about this guy. He was a father, I believe, of 4 children. The guy has run the ropes throughout his whole life, working the hard times of being a professional wrestler. To go further into his career, you'd have to get to know the guy more. Growing up, I used to watch him back when it was the WWF, where he would run around in polka dots, and everyone thought of that as one of the most embarrassing gimmicks ever. But the guy took it and ran with it because he cared about what he did. He did anything to support himself, his family, his children. And then just now we find out that he's gone. And it's a very sad moment for us at Destroying Kayfabe and cheapheat.com. We send our deepest condolences out there, but, we're going to move forward here with the show. Let's go ahead and get you guys' thoughts on what you thought about him as, a human being and a professional wrestler, because I know, Lion Claw, you and I grew up to him. Austin, you're still in a young range there, but as long as you have the WWE Network, you can learn all about this guy. And trust me, there's plenty of content of him on there. So, starting with you, Lion Claw, your thoughts in this whole entire scenario that's going on?
Wow, I'm kind of at a loss for words because it was so sudden. But yeah, like you said, I grew up with him back in the '80s. Back when Hulk Hogan was the main guy on campus and everything, quote unquote, and. And he was just so passionate about that business. And you could tell. Anybody who didn't watch wrestling, you can actually tell, yeah, this guy is wrestling. So, they lost a major. That was a major loss, to the wrestling world and to the world in general. You could tell he was one of those down to earth kind of people. And I'm just want to throw my condolences out there to Stardust, aka Cody Rhodes, and Gold Dust. What more can I say, man?
Anything you'd like to say, Austin?
Lion Claw mainly hit the nail on the head. He was so passionate for what he did. Like you said, you got to feel bad for his kids who, with how sudden it was unbelievable because You know, the guy seems so healthy, and he was only 69, and that's unbelievably young. Did they ever? Quick question: did they ever figure out what the cause was, or?
They said it was natural causes, according to the dirt sheets, and also it was blown up all over social media. Um, from what we know, he took a nasty fall at home. By the time he got to the hospital, his apparently his kidneys already failed on him, and just about everything in his body was shut down. Plus, he was very dehydrated. I mean, we were looking at the guy for the last several months being on WWE TV, and he lost a significant amount of weight. Is there anything else about him that we did not know about? You know, could have been anything worse than what he was gone through, and they just haven't done a full autopsy yet to explain what was the actual cause. Right now, they're just going by trial and error on what exactly happened to him. But this guy, he has been pretty much all around the territorial region of wrestling. He worked with the NWA, Jim Crockett Promotions. Of course, we already know him from the WWF days.
WCW.
WCW, ECW. Yes, he was even in Total Nonstop Action. A company that.
And he was over NXT, wasn't he? He was
Yeah, he
writing the
was.
storylines for them.
He's basically one of the mentors at NXT. He was. He cared about this business so much that he went out of his way to get younger stars up and running. And I was just reading up on one of our favorite guys, Kevin Owens, who said he has never had a chance to go up to him and thank him for what he has done, and now he won't be able to because he's gone. And it's time for the world to become a little bit more grateful and a little bit more respectful to the people that are around you, and to spend as much time with them as possible, because you'll never know when they might go. Yeah, this I'm gonna be honest, this is very nerve-wracking. It is. I mean, we did this with the Warrior about almost a year and a half ago.
A year ago, yeah.
Yep.
And we said what we did, said what we could. We spoke our piece. We gave him a little video tribute. I wish we would have had more time to that, but today we really didn't. What can we say about the future of Dustin and Cody? Will we see the return of Stardust, or will we see Cody Rhodes come out there, or will he go by his actual name, Cody Runnels? Now with all this going on, what's going to happen with their careers? It's going to impact them a whole lot, just like it's doing us.
Hey, I gotta say, when he got that Slammy Award for the Quote of the Year 2013, what did he say about their careers? He said, one stipulation, I'm in my boy's corner, and I'll be your Huckleberry all night long. You gotta love that about the guy. I mean, he was down home. Wow.
And the guy has done so much in the last couple years. He took a knockout punch from the Big Show, got confronted by the Shield.
Turned heel. Technically,
He gave the
He
body
turned
elbow
heel
to-
and went face. I mean, the guy is a natural-born villain, and he's just loved by so many. And it's like, he's like a father figure to the world. And now we lost that father figure, and now it's time for us to grieve, mourn, and move on. All I gotta say is, for his family, you have our deepest condolences here from Destroying Kayfabe and Cheap Heat. We really, we are really sorry for this incident that even happened. We wish there was ways that this could have been prevented, but like they say, God has his mysteries and everything else, and all we can say is that we're going to be behind you guys 110%. Any final thoughts that you guys would like to give before we do our 10 bells?
Yeah. I mean, you said it all, man. I mean, what more can you say? The guy was a legend, true Hall of Famer. He'd definitely be missed.
Anything from you, Austin?
Yeah, that's like you said. It was just shocking, very last minute. But yeah, like I said, sympathy goes out to everybody that was affected by this, which includes, the hardcore wrestling fans, the families more than anything. But may he rest in peace.
With that being said, I am CM Styles. This is the Lion Claw and the show off. You have just been watching Destroying Kayfabe on cheapheat.com, and stay tuned for next week as we bring back more live raw results. Good night.